Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lilian Odhiambo. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate. If you know that you're here for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share. And after watching this video, please go back to my other videos and watch. I believe that you're going to learn one or two things. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving to me. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate and I thank God for you guys. I thank God knowing that I have a family, an online family that trusts me, that appreciates what I'm doing, and I don't take this for granted. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So guys, today I want to take you through the jobs that new immigrants can get easily in Canada. So I know that maybe when we are back in our countries, we usually have a lot of expectations, a lot of dreams to achieve, a lot of goals that you want to, to get to. But guys, these jobs, for example, I am a nurse. Some people are teachers here, by the way. Some people are doctors. But when you come to this other side, they require you to have their license and even some of their certificates, So you might either go back to school or send your documents here and there so that they may be validated, and eventually you can get your license. But guys, before all those things happen, what do? Do you stay? Do you just sit waiting for all those things to happen? Because guys, let me tell you this, these things doesn't happen very quickly. They don't happen very quickly unless you got a job offer from your country before coming to Canada. Yes, I hope I'm making myself clear, by the way. Sometimes when you come here, you think that, things are going to be happening very fast, but it's not the case. It's not the case, guys. You have to go through the different steps that they require. You have to learn. You have to do your exams in order to get the license, or rather the certificates. So guys, I just want to tell you some jobs that you can do as a new immigrant or as a newcomer in Canada, just to make the money flowing in. This is because, guys, you cannot just sit. You cannot just stay, because this process takes from 6 months to a year or even to 2 years. What are you going to do to yourself? How are you going to sustain yourself? That is the big question here. That is the big issue. You need to take care of yourself. You need to pay for your rent. You need to get food to eat. You also need to go out and explore. What will you use to do all that? You cannot use the money that you've been saving back in your country, guys. I feel that it's a very wise decision to look for a job that you can use to survive. They are called survival jobs. They are not long time. They're just temporary jobs that you can do just to make you get, the money. Yeah, we came here to make money. So why stay? Why wait for why wait for long? So guys, I just want to let you know that these are the low income jobs. Yes, their wages are from $15 to $25 per hour. So it depends with which kind of job you feel that really suits you and which one you feel that you can do. Yeah. So if you come, kindly just make sure that you have all the things that they need and look for a job ASAP. Yeah, ASAP, because I tell you guys, a lot of immigrants are doing these jobs and it's really paying off. They are able to pay their bills, they're able to do everything that they need, because even acquiring the certificates here, guys, you have to pay something. You have to use money, and it's not just a little money, it's a lot of money. So you have to work for it. You cannot be in Canada and then you're calling people back home, please send me this money. I don't have. Why? And there are different opportunities in here. There are a lot of jobs that you can do, and it won't hurt, by the way. You'll be very happy when you receive the paycheck, the pay slip. So just to go straight to the video. So the first job that a lot of people do, especially women, is working in the call centers. Yeah, just to receive calls and transfer calls from one place to, from one person to another. It has a lot of market here, by the way, as long as you are very fluent in English or French. So that's a plus, by the way. If you have okay, if you are fluent in English, which most of us are, and if you know some French, especially in French-speaking provinces, then you're good to go. So guys, this does not need any experience. It doesn't need any experience, and it's not hard. It's not really hard, and you can do from 8 hours to 10 hours. It depends with the place where you are working from. And the payment also depends with the place that you are working in. So for example, if you are working in the government organizations, then of course your check is going to be high as compared to maybe you are working to the individual organizations. So it just depends with everything. But guys, let me tell you that this money, even the $15 per hour, can pay your bills. It really can. And you can also save, by the way, if you are clever enough. So that is the first jobs, and I feel that it really suits ladies. So girl, if you come here, don't sleep in the house. Go out there, look for something to do, and you'll get a job in the call center, and you'll be happy about it, by the way. You'll be very happy. So the second job that I feel that a lot of people get when they come here as immigrants is working in the restaurants. So you can either work as a cook, you can either work as a waiter or the waitress, and you can also work in the cashier. You can also wash the dishes. I mean, this job doesn't require any experience, guys. It doesn't. You don't need any experience to wash these dishes. You don't need any experience to talk to customers, do you? So as long as you are able to communicate to people, make them feel comfortable, create a better rapport with them, welcome them, make them feel that they're at home, then you get the job, and they will be very happy to hire you as long as you have those welcoming skills to their customers. So this is also a very job that is in demand, and in demand of employees. So when you just check, especially in the Indeed, guys, there are a lot of jobs in the restaurants. So yeah, it's a plus. A lot of people work there, and it's a very good thing, by the way. If you work in the cashier, you just handle the money, and it doesn't require a lot of papers. It doesn't require a lot of energy. It doesn't require much. So it's also a plus for us immigrants to do such jobs. So the third job that I also like, that it's available here, it's so much. The job postings are there every day, every time. If you want it, you get it. These are nurse aid jobs. Yeah, these are nurse aid jobs, and I feel that these are the jobs that are very, very important for the people who did medical jobs, and the people who are in medical fields. For example, if you're a nurse, then this is the right job for you while you wait for your certificates to be validated. Yeah. So you can go to the hospital and assist the nurses in the daily activities of the patients. For example, you can take care of the patient's hygiene, oral care. You can also take care of the patient's feeding. For example, if they can be able to feed by mouth, you just feed them slowly. If they are able to feed using the tubes, you do it. You help the patient ambulate, maybe moving from one place to another, using the wheelchair or even the other assistive devices. So that is your work, basically, to make the patient comfortable in the hospital. And guys, as a nurse who worked in Kenya, these are the things that we used to do, by the way. So I don't feel too much burden when I'm told to do such kind of jobs, because even as a nurse, we were doing those things, by the way, because there are some hospitals which doesn't have a HCAs, and so what will you do? You have to make sure that the patient is comfortable. You have to make sure that the patient is clean, walking around, feeding well. The patient is taken care of, the ambulation, the patient is being turned. We do that, as in addition to other nursing activities that we do, giving medication and so on and so forth. So when I come here and I'm being told to do the nurse aid, it is a plus for me, because number one, these are the jobs that I'm used to do. Secondly, it gives me, it shows me what the hospitals really look like here. Remember, I don't really know how they work here. I don't know how to operate some of the machines here. I don't know how they respond to emergencies here. But when I'm there, when I'm there and I see everything, I'm able to capture all the things that happen there. I'm able to learn one or two things, and I'm able to even ask the nurses of one to or another. They can be able to advise you on what to do. That is the community that you need, guys. Especially if you're from a healthcare sector and you want to continue with it, then go for the nurse aid job. You'll learn a lot, you'll get a lot of recommendations, and you'll grow faster in knowledge and also skills. So I feel that that's a plus, and they require a lot of people, especially now during this time of pandemic. It's a job that is in high demand, and they also pay well. They do pay well, so why not? They don't require experience, by the way. They do not require experience that you have to be a nurse. No, it's only if you are willing, and if you are a nurse from your country, then it's a plus. You won't be shocked about a lot of things. You'll be very comfortable and do your work very well. Yeah. So the other job is patient support worker or personal support worker. So these jobs are working in the people's homes, for example, in the elderly homes, or even the people who are handicapped. So you can be there and you can help them doing one or two things, basically doing their daily activities, and it also pays well. So you just have to, so in these kinds of jobs, you have to learn how to do CPR, and you only have to get their certificate, which doesn't even take long to acquire the Canadian certificate. So guys, when you're here, resting or just trying to look on what you can do, you can go and study for the certificates. It's not expensive and it doesn't require a lot of time. So after getting the CPR certificate, then you're good to go. You can be able to go to the patient's residence, to those people's residence, and take care of their people. It's just things that doesn't even require too much experience. You just have to know to make sure that the patients are okay, eating, feeding. Feeding is the same as eating. You just have to make sure that the daily activities, the person is clean. The elderly person is clean, because we know that when people grow old, they tend to be weak. Some of them have different diseases. They have terminal diseases, and so they're not able to take good care of themselves. And so those are the jobs that you can do there. So that's why it's personal support worker. You just go there, you help them in one or two things. You make them comfortable, you make them happy, and you'll be happy too, by the way. If you make them happy, guys, they can even reward you. They can reward you big. So why not? The jobs are easily available, and I really would like for people to get such jobs, by the way. So the other job is, and by the way, before I go to the other job, the reason why they require you to have the CPR certificate is just to make sure that you can handle emergencies, because these are the kind of people that, they can get some emergencies at any time. So it's good to learn some things in order to offer first aid before calling the paramedics. So that's actually why they need that certificate. So the other job that a lot of people do, especially the students, is babysitting or being nannies. Yes, being a nanny or a babysitter. So basically that just it entails of taking care of people's children. You can work in their houses, or you can even work in your house as long as you have the license. So if you don't have the license or the certificate, then you have to work in their houses. And guys, this is not hard work. It's the work is not too much for somebody to bear. So you can do it. As long as the number one thing that they will check, if you have the CPR certificate, just like I said, in case of emergency, you can be able to do first aid before calling the paramedics. So the other thing that you'll have to get is the police clearance certificate, which means that they'll have to check your background if you are involved in any criminal cases. And they just trying to make sure that you are a clean person with no criminal records. So if your path is well, then you'll definitely get the job, and it also pays well. It pays well, so that's a plus, and a lot of students are doing that job as a part-time. Yes. So the other job that a lot of people like, a lot of immigrants like, is working as security people. Yeah, working in the security jobs. That also pays well, by the way, and it doesn't require a lot of energy. It doesn't. So a lot of people come and just do a little training here. It doesn't also take much time. It is not that expensive, and so after that, they're the one who posts you. You definitely get the job, which is a good thing. It is a really good thing. And for example, if you're studying, then you can be able to read maybe at night while working. Some people do that, study during the day, and during the night as they are working, they are reading and resting. So that is also a job with high demand here. So it's a very good thing, by the way. And it doesn't require any certificate from your home. No, just come here, go to their trainings, which doesn't take long, and then you're good to go. It is a good job, by the way. Yes. So the other job that immigrants do here is doing food deliveries. Yeah, you can either do the food delivery through using bicycles, either walking if they are for short distances. Yeah, you can do that by foot, or either you can drive if you're able to drive. If you're able to drive, the cars, then you can drive, as long as you get the driving license. And guys, let me tell you this: even if you have your driving license from your country, you still have to come to Canada and upgrade it. Yeah, you have to upgrade your license, and after doing that, you're able to do the delivery job. So the jobs are also there. The jobs are very much available because people here like to order food, guys. Yes, there is a lot of people eating foods, from KFC, from McDonald's. A lot of people are consuming those foods. So the jobs are there. So we can't say that there are no jobs here, by the way. There are. So the other job that a lot of immigrants do is being Uber drivers. So it's also quite easy. As long as you have the license, you come here, you upgrade your license. Or even if you didn't have the driving license from your home, you can come here, go to driving school, then after graduating, you start your work. It's very convenient for people. Yeah, so the other job, now this job really requires a lot of energy. It requires a lot of energy, and so you must believe in yourself, by the way. Yeah, kama uko na nguvu, then it's good. Kama unaona you cannot do it. So it also requires a lot of standing and a lot of walking around and a lot of lifting. These are the warehouse jobs. And hey, huwezi kosa warehouse job, by the way. Ziko kila siku, so these jobs are basically working in the store, not in the stores, but in the warehouses, where you have to sort things, lift boxes here and there, do the measurements and package. You pack things, and you work here and there, and you use also some machines. So it can be tiresome, but people do it. Men do it, even females do it. So if a woman can do it, then why not? You can try. Ikikushinda unawacha. Here is just to try. And let me tell you, it's not like, no, I'm not saying sisemi kwa ubaya, but maybe back in our country, you see, people are really struggling to have jobs. In here, as long as uchagui kazi, unafanya kazi. Ukipata kama hii number 1 job haikufai, unawacha. You go and apply for another one. It won't take long for you to get another job, by the way. It will not take long, as long as you are aggressive. Yeah, so just like I said, the warehouse jobs require a person to have energy, energy to work, to lift things. It also requires a person to walk around for a very long time, and even standing. So maybe you can be able to work for 10 hours, and in these 10 hours, guys, you are standing. Imagine how tiresome it can be, but people still do it. Yeah, the other jobs are labor jobs. For example, working in the construction sites, and it also pays. So men can go work in the construction sites as long as they have the energy to do it, or even removing snow from the roadside. A lot of people are doing that, especially in this winter season. Where there is a lot of snow falling off, in the ground, and it really makes walking difficult, and even making driving difficult. So people are usually employed to remove the snows from the pavements, to remove the snows for the roads, just to make walking easier and also driving easier, because this snow can really cause a lot of accidents. It really causes a lot of falls, because it reaches a time where the snow turns into ice. And so if you just walk carelessly, then you can easily fall. So during those periods of time, people have to be very careful while walking, and that's why they usually employ a lot of people to remove those ice and snows from the pavements and also the road. The vehicles, the cars can also slide. The vehicles can slide, and so this just to and cause accidents. So just to avoid this, they hire such people who does that work very early in the morning. So like me, I usually go to work at 5:30, and during that time there are always people there removing the snow. So it's also a good job. It's a job in demand, especially in the winter season. You can't miss those jobs. Yeah. The other job that a lot of people do is working in the stores. For example, the grocery stores, the clothing stores. So in these jobs, you just have to show the customers where the products are. For example, in the grocery stores, where they ask you maybe where the cooking oil is. So that's your work, basically, to just show them where they are. Or even maybe in the clothing stores, you are able to show the why am I saying patients? I'm used to calling patients. Yeah, you can be able to, show the customers where they need things, or even tell them the trends, advise them on which clothes to buy, just make them buy things, make them comfortable, help them choose the best things. And that's the work, basically. So it really needs communication skills. As long as you're able to communicate to those people, then everything is okay. You can be able to do such jobs. By the way, guys, they do not require any certificates. No, they do not. So it's only you to be aggressive, and the job is yours. So the other job that a lot of people do, a lot of people do, is cleaning jobs. Yes, a lot of people do clean, and I feel that nobody really needs a lot of training to clean. For example, maybe you might need 1 or 2 trainings to use different machines. I don't know, but they'll teach you. So it is not, it is not a big problem. And cleaning, surely we cleaned from back home, And in these jobs, you can either clean offices, you can clean residential areas. And those are the places where most people clean. You can even clean hotels. So people do those things a lot, and the jobs are also in high demand. So a lot of people are doing them, and people are paid very well in these jobs, by the way. Even though they are the minimum wages, but it's one of the jobs that people are being paid well amongst these jobs. Yeah. So it's good. People get those jobs, and they're also in demand. So guys, I don't see the reason why a person can come here and stay, and their jobs which does not even require experiences. They do not require you to have any certificates. No, we can do these jobs, guys. We can be able to work, take care of our bills, feed ourselves, and even save, guys. You can be able to save. For example, me, I came here, and I'm a nurse back home. And when I came, of course, I couldn't practice with my license, my Kenyan license. So what did I do? I had to look for a job that can be able to sustain me as I am going through the processes that they need. Because, guys, everything here needs money. Everything needs money, by the way. And I thank God that, He opened my eyes. When I just landed in Canada, I had to do 1 or 2 things to enable me to look for jobs. And when I got the jobs, as I was continuing doing my, my applications here and there, guys, I'm able to pay for those things, and they're not cheap, by the way. You have to manage your money well. You have to set your priorities right, and everything just goes on well, by the way. You will not have stress, because guys, if you just stay at home after coming, you can have really, really bad stress. It can even lead to depression. This is because some people had really good jobs back home. Maybe they have degrees, master's degrees, or even diplomas, and they were very comfortable back home, but just because we need to have more, we wanted to have better pay, greater opportunities, so they come here. So after coming to Canada, that's when they realize, oh, I cannot practice until maybe I do 1 or 2 exams, until I do 1 or 2 courses. And so some of them just sit at home doing such things, doing their processes, doing their studies. And guys, when the bills come, you can cry. So this leads to depression, anxiety here and there. So why subject yourself to those? Go out there, look for jobs. You will find a lot of people with your similar case, by the way. For example, where I work, I meet with a lot of people. I meet with a lot of Africans from Uganda, from Tanzania, from Ghana, from Nigeria, people all over the world, from India, Pakistan, everyone. And people just tell you, oh, I'm a teacher, but I'm doing this and this. Oh, I'm a lawyer, but I have to take these courses. People have dreams, by the way, and these people are big. They have their degrees, they have their certificates. But you have to keep the money coming. You have to keep the money coming. And they do pay. And we pay our bills. And we have a very good community where we can communicate, where we can give each other hopes, where we help each other. For example, if a person wants to know somewhere, maybe a person wants to see a lawyer, they can help you. And if you have such a community, then life becomes good, because you can never be, you can never be so frustrated with this life. You can never fall into depression. So everything just goes on well. Just make sure that you're an outgoing person. You are able to communicate with people. You are able to make friends. And guys, this thing becomes easier. It becomes easier. And you become even a happier person. Yeah. So those are the jobs that you can do here, guys. There are some, but I think I've forgotten about them. But those are the major jobs that you can find, especially if you check through Indeed. I usually apply my jobs through Indeed, and there are a lot of job opportunities. A lot. Guys, let me just tell you this. When I started doing my applications, I was just applying from here and there, doing a lot of applications here and there. And guys, the number of calls that I received, they were a lot, by the way. There were a lot of calls requesting me to go for interviews. Some didn't even require interviews. I just have to say my availability, and I just had to go and, give out my documents. And so it's easy as such. And I wouldn't just stay home and say, oh, I'm waiting for this. No, it's even burdening the person that I'm staying with. And so why would I do that? I had to go out. And I feel that this was the best decision that I made, because I made a lot of friends. I have a very good support system here that I don't know what I would have done without those people, by the way. I feel so blessed to have those people. It is a very good feeling to be having a family, to be having a community with you, to have people to work with you, to show you the right things, to advise you, because the things here are not the same as the things that we had there. You must follow the rules here. So they are like, don't do this. If you do this, we might fall into trouble. So they really teach you a lot of things that can really put you out of trouble. So it is a really good thing. Go out, look for jobs. As long as you land in Canada like this, don't waste time. Let us look for money. Because there is money. There is money. And when you have someone saying that there are opportunities, there are. I can testify to it. There are opportunities. You just have to be open-minded. You have to be an outgoing person, and everything will be well. Of course, guys, we're not planning to do these jobs for the rest of our lives. No, we came here to be big people. We came here to make ourselves great. Yeah. So this is just, to just push us ahead, to help us pay our bills, to make us comfortable while we are looking for the long-term goals, and so that is it. And guys, just before I forget is, if you get this kind of jobs, kindly do not be comfortable. Do not be too comfortable, because you can be very comfortable and be like, no, I don't want to stress myself with these things. I don't want to study anymore. I don't want to to do these exams. I just want to stay, because you can even work for 40 hours per week and you're being paid. You can work for extra hours, which you're being paid even more. So you see, some people can be very comfortable and just stay. While if you knew that you came here for a reason, then you'll be out of your comfort zone and go for your dreams. Because guys, our dreams are valid. Our dreams are valid, and God is there to help us. Yes. So guys, those are the things that I had today, and before we get this, you have to get the documents here and there, and just make sure that everything is okay, and that you get your jobs, and that you become happy and comfortable. And I pray that God will see you through. Yeah, because He's a very faithful God. He can make you happy, by the way. He makes people happy. And He does things in His own ways and in His own time. It's only us to accept everything and to work towards the pace that God has put us in. I don't know. I don't even want to continue, because if I start preaching, yeah, I've seen God's faithfulness, and I can say that He's a very good God. So guys, pray, work hard. When you come here, don't sleep. Let's go out there, let's do some work and get the money, secure the bag, and everything will be okay. One day, one time, we will rejoice, we will sing as we achieve our dreams. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and until next time, bye.